Hi, my name's Beth at Sort My Life Solutions, and I've just created this video because I want to take a little bit of time to explain a little bit more about life coaching and about recovery coaching, about what it is I do and why I do it, basically. Because I think life coaching is one of these things that's kind of quite misunderstood. I know I didn't understand it. I think a lot of people think it's quite, woo-woo and it's not real. And I thought that myself actually until I realised that it was part of the same branch that NLP is part of. And NLP, or neuro-linguistic programming, actually cured me of my agoraphobia when I was around 25, within 90 minutes. And yeah, nothing woo-woo about that. That was the best day of my life, bar none. Like, I don't care what happens in the future, man. That's the best day I've ever had. And basically, it's part of that branch. So it deals with psychology. It deals with neuroscience. It's all that sort of thing. It's not one of these things that people think it is. It's not advising. It's not mentoring. I do mentoring as well, but it's not mentoring. It's not counselling. It's basically helping people to find the resources within themselves to deal with things. I know that sounds quite woo-woo. People go, "Oh, that's rubbish. People don't have the resources." But you're talking here to someone who actually, I'm an alcoholic, or not drinking now, obviously, but I'm an alcoholic, and I was an agoraphobic. I've self-harmed. I've had borderline personality disorder. That was diagnosed when I was about 20. I've had eating disorders, and yet today I have this amazing life. It's brilliant. And then how can you say then if I'm now all these all these things are no longer a part of my life? How can we say that it wasn't already within me to be this person I am now? It obviously was. I just didn't have the tools or the guidance to kind of bring that out. And that's what I do for people now. I help them, whichever stage they're at in their recovery, to find the tools to deal with the rest of life. So yeah, a bit more about recovery coaching then. My main focus is to help recovering alcoholics, drug addicts, get back on track with life. And it's not just addiction that I do, because what I found was that it was a similar path that addicts had. That was the same as kind of people overcoming illnesses as well, people overcoming divorce, bereavement, redundancy. They would all sort of be at this point where they would kind of like have dealt with the main thing, but then they would expect, for life to kind of sort itself out after that. And it just isn't the case. Like, people would find themselves feeling quite lost. They've had the courage to battle their problems. They've tried to, get over this stuff, and then they would either find that more problems would come up, or, they just weren't where they were supposed to be in life, and that didn't make sense to them. And that's where I step in, basically, and I help people to make that next step in their recovery and actually to create this amazing life. Sometimes they'll still be held back by limitations. They might still have other issues. Like, I know, for example, I never would have stopped drinking if I hadn't got over my agoraphobia. I just wouldn't. But I know people in recovery that have stopped drinking but still have anxiety disorders and still have depression. It's no wonder they relapse, because they've still got those things, and so I treat those things as well. So that's why I do what I do, basically, is because I want to help these people to just come full circle and actually create this amazing life that they deserve to have. That's why my tagline is, become who you were always meant to be, because without these limitations, that's what we can do. As I said before, we've all got it within us to live this amazing life, but sometimes we just don't know how. And that's where coaching comes in. That's where NLP comes in. It's about removing limitations, whether they be, depressive disorders, whether they be anxiety disorders, or whether they're just beliefs about yourself. I mean, particularly with addicts, it's no wonder that a lot of addicts have such lack of self-belief. I mean, society all around us tells us, we're bad people, and, there's a stigma attached to us. And it's no surprise that people let that get to them. And I'm here to show people that that's not the case. I mean, I'm very open about my own recovery, because one of my main, one of my sort of missions in life is to remove that stigma from addicts and people who have mental health problems. We're not bad people. We've just got ill. And I think it's really important that's shown to society, because how is people supposed to move on? How if people are supposed to ask for help? How is people supposed to even want to be in recovery if we're seen as these awful people? That's why I don't hide my past away. I'm not interested in doing that. I'm interested in celebrating where I am now and showing other people that it's possible to get there. And I think that's really important. And that's why I do what I do. I want to help people on an individual basis. I love doing that. But I also want to try and make a difference to society, for all of us and for the future addicts to come. So yeah, that's why I do what I do. There's more information, by the way, on the website. Take a look around. As always, if you want to ask me any questions, please do. Just drop me a line. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Facebook. You'll find all the buttons on the website. Just drop me a line if you want to know anything more, because I genuinely, it's important to me to help people. It's important to me to give people what they need. And if there's something that I'm not giving you that you need, just let me know. All right? So thanks very much for listening, and I hope you understand a little bit more about me now and why I do what I do. And I hope to encounter you on some kind of platform very soon.